Okay, so let's reread the question. Exercise 3, array list. Given the following class, you can see the class. It has 3 attributes, and then we have the constructor. So far, so good, though. Nothing. Get student name, set student name, get roll number, set roll number, get student age. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the class. I think no question regarding the class, right? Create a class test in which you declare an array list of students. A menu is displayed to the user with the following option: add a student, delete a student by giving his name, sort student according to their roll number. Regarding sorting, hint, for the sorting, you can use the comparator or comparable interface. Now on the slide, you have seen the comparable one. So let's start doing it. Now you can see it means?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Okay, good. So this is the student class, copy and paste, because it's already provided. Okay, here we are. I will explain later those things. So in this case, what he wants us to do, back, we need to create a menu. So we are creating an array list. This is how to create it. So far, so normal. Then we have created exit. Then this is our scanner. Then we'll do a do while. Now choose an operation. You'll choose the operation, switch choice. Case 1, then enter roll number. You read the information, enter name, enter age, and then you will create a student. Now L.add, what's the name of our array list in this case? It's L, right? It's of type student. Now L.add is in order to add an item to my array list. I'm adding what? A student. So in this case, I am calling the constructor. You could do what?
ونعملوا add st هذيك.
Excellent. So maybe it looks easier this way. Now in this case, I have added one student. Then I will be printing the information. Case 2, system does not enter roll number to be deleted. Then you are reading the roll number. Then in order to remove, I'm using the predefined function in the array list, l.remove, and I am giving the information of my student, which is in this case, I'm giving only the roll number. Is it clear?
ودائما ما عليه نعملوا new student كي مش نعملوا remove.
Because I need to send an item of student type, like we'll do the same thing like what we did before. Equals to. No, I don't use the same name.
Madam.
Yes.
Madam.
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
الستيب هذيك علاش نعملوها؟ سوري الكونكسيون خايبة عندي.
It's okay.
الستيب هذيك علاش نعملوها متاع كل مرة نعملوا student و new student؟
Because see, the type of our array list is what? Is a student. So whenever I want to add or remove, they should be of which type?
Type student.
Excellent. So that's why I need to send to the array list, to the functions add or remove, I need to send an item of type student in this case. إذا كان array list of type integer, then I will send an integer. Clear. If it is like string, then I need to send string. So depending on the type of my array list, I need to send the proper type. Clear.
Okay, thank you.
Now then, in this case, collections dot sort.
مدام سامحني.
Yes, yes.
هو قال we are gonna delete the student بالنيم متاعو معناتها اليوزر باش يدخل النيم احنا باش نشوفوا باش نعملوا نورمالمون اني خدمت هكا عملت بوكل باش نشوف كل مرة في كل إليمون اسكو موجود مش اسكو موجود إذا يلقى النيم هذاك اللي دخله اليوزر باش نفسخ اليوزر هذاك الكل الستودنت هذاك.
Yeah, I understand. Look, first of all, we need to delete according his name. Why she's using his roll number? Okay, then this is a good point. Okay, we can change this. So enter your student name. Good. بس هنا مفيش this is not the problem. What you are doing is not wrong, but بهالطريقة أنت ما استفدتيش من array list.
فهمتك.
You did double work like you are using an array. بس إحنا why do we need an array list؟ لأنه it has a rich predefined methods that will help us. So you can see here in one line I did the task. I'm not saying what you did is wrong, but I don't understand why did you use an array list with a for loop. لأنه in this case it will do it for you. Yes.
So don't we need to add the student before we remove him? Because like
we did see here we have a menu. Like in my menu I have case 1, so I'm adding this student. Okay, I could
okay.
add one.
But we removed st2, which we didn't add, I guess.
No, look, I am searching in this way. So it depends. Let's run the program, then you'll understand more.
You have to enter مدام الchoice متاعك.
It's opened. Okay, choose an operation. Then I don't have the list. Let's say 1. Enter roll number 213. Then enter name, for example, enter age. Okay, he is displaying the student added. Now let's choose 2 for deleting. So in this case, roll number, which makes more sense, by the way. In searching, it's better to use roll number, then it's unique. So let me enter the same one, for example. So can you see my array list now? It's empty, like the array, and it can be by searching. It will search for you for the element, okay? Now, let's return back to our student. Our student, we have added certain things. Now, this is the normal class. We have added other things. Let's see. The hash code method, by definition, if 2 objects are equal, their hash code must also be equal. If you override the equals method, you change the way 2 objects are equated and fix implemented with the hash code is no longer valid. Therefore, if you override the equals method, you must also override the hash code. Now, in this case, we have done some comparison between 2 students in the remove, okay? So what is the criteria? How does 2 objects are compared? In this case, we need to override equals function, okay? معناها أنا باش نخبر Java how to compare 2 objects, how to compare 2 students. So in my case, most probably I need to compare using roll number. So that's why the question must be rewritten. Now I need to compare using the roll number. So if this is my equal function, public boolean equals, it takes an object. We make it general enough. So the equals is overwritten from the superclass object. Did we talk before about equals? No, we did not. So today we'll talk about
Miss, the remove method. Does it use the equals method?
Excellent. Yes, exactly.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
So it wouldn't work if we hadn't done question 3 and we were working on question 2 before going to question 3 and overriding the equals and hash code.
It will not work. No.
Yeah. Okay.
It will not work properly. It will not show a compilation error, neither a runtime error, but it will not work properly.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So that's why we need to override equals. Equals, we make a general error, it takes an object. We could make it take a student. But let's keep the signature of our superclass clear. Then the superclass, it has public, boolean, equals, it takes an object. Then, if object equals to null, then return false. So if I'm comparing this with a null, are you following? So if I send to equals a null object, then of course I will return false. They are not equal. My student is not equal to null. So far so good?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then if get a class not equal to object dot get a class, let's say if this. Now get a class, this is a predefined function. Also, this is predefined for you in all the classes. It will return the class of this. So in this case, this statement will return what?
Student.
The class
Excellent. Student. It should return student. And what is my class of this item, of this object? It is a student. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So if this dot get class not equal to object dot get class. So if this one, in other words, if this object is not a student, just simply return false. If I'm trying to compare integer with a student, then return false. I cannot compare banana with apple, right? I need to compare banana with banana. So if I'm trying to search for a banana, I need to give it a banana. Clear? They need to be of the same data type, same class. Now, in this case, I am converting my object to student. It is already of type student, okay? But however, I need to do this. I need to do it explicitly in Java. So object was sent as a student, but however, I convert it into a real student. Then I will do the comparison. If this object dot roll number not equal to other, which is the object, roll number, then return false. Else, return true. Is it clear?
I don't quite understand the object that line. Find no student other equals.
Is it better now? So if object I convert it into student, the roll number of this object is not equal to the roll number of the other object, then I will return false. Else I will return true. Better now, Osama?
Yes.
Good. Now there is another thing. In order to use equals, you need also to override hash code. Hash code, this is also a predefined function that is used on parallel with equals. So by definition in Java, two items are equal if they have the same hash code. Okay, so in my case, I will simplify it like, so now, in my case, I will make the hash code, there are some predefined methods, a lot of predefined methods to create hash code. In my case, I will make it so simple. I will make the hash code of a student is its roll number. لأنه in my case, the roll number is a unique number. Clear? So we'll make it like as simple as. So the hash code in my case is the roll number. You could use another way. You could like mixture of a string and integer and like, you know, there are a lot of algorithms to create a hash code. But in my case, I'll make it as simple as. Now, regarding compare to. Can you see here? The student implements what? Comparable. You have seen that in the slides, right? In order to use compare to, then you need to make your class implements comparable. Have you seen it?
مادام هي الانترفيس هذيك.
Sorry?
predefined الانترفيس هذيك.
Yes, definitely it is predefined. Yes, it's predefined and it has one single method اللي هي compare to. That's why I'm overriding. I'm overriding compare to. That is not defined in the object class. No, this is defined in the comparable interface. So now compare to, public int compare to will make it as simple as return roll number minus, so this dot roll number minus the sent object, the other dot roll number. This function, as we said, it returns 0, negative value or positive value, right? So you could do it like in a normal way, f. For example, then return what? Return what? If it is equal, I would return
1.
0.
0.
Oh, 0. أيوة.
Else, if I need to have 3 scenarios.
Miss, why do I have to override the equals if I'm gonna override the compare to?
See. For searching, I need compare to. لأنه ممكن 2 items they are not equal, but I don't know who's bigger than the other. Clear? Equals will help us in searching. True. In remove. Yes. Oh, I understand.
And remove,
It
not
has
the
been
in
long
the.
time. It has been long time for me. Okay. See, here we need 2 things. If you need only remove, you are right. So you will write dot equals hash code. That's all. Happy life. Now, since we want the sorting, then in order to sort this, I need to override compare to. لأنه it's not enough to know if they are equal, but who's bigger? Clear.
Yes.
معناتها we خاطر أنا بدي I used the for loop for the remove
It's
and I
not,
used the index.
No,
We
that's
used
not
it
what we want.
because we didn't think we had to override the equals.
So now is it clear?
Yeah, now it's clear.
Dot equals will make it 1 line like this. Dot
Yeah.
remove simply.
Okay.
So you don't need to do much work. Now regarding sorting, you need compare to. That's all. To string, that's what we did since long time. So I don't think that you need further explanation, right? So let us add. So here we are. Let's remove now. Roll number. Can you see the array list? Now it's empty. Is it clear? Now, what you need to know, array list will help you a lot. However, in order to use an array list, your class must has certain methods. Okay, so in order to print the content of your array list, what you need to define in your class? In order to print. Is my sound clear? Can you hear me properly?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, good. In order to print the content of your array list.
To string.
Thank you. To string. لأنه, can you see here what was printed? No, it's an empty here. So according to what this object was printed? According to string. لأنه this is an array list, right? This is an array list that has 1 item of type student. So it will print according to what you write into string. Other thing. Now, in order to use dot remove, what you need to override in your class?
Equals.
And
hash code.
Thank you. Now, in order to sort, yes.
Can you let Alia in the meeting?
No, she is not. Okay. What the sorting in this case, collection.sort, it will use internally compare to. This is similar to the example in your slides.